Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Commissioner Board. Bruce Paterson, Garwood. Summer's over. Just general comments first. And Dr. Garrett's in where she may be, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the summer. General comments first. At the UCIA meeting, which was last night, it was stated there was leftover money from the 2012 UCIA correctional facility bonding, but unfortunately no dollar amount was noted. I'm just wondering if somebody could actually note what that amount was. And also I see a introduction of a $62 million bond, 839-2022. It's probably going to total out to be one of the larger borrowings we have seen in years at the county. I'll be putting it in an Oprah to take a look at the backup, and I'll probably be commenting on it when it does come up to vote. Reso 738 is paying McKesson of Virginia $25,000 for performing flu vaccinations for the year 2021. Is this a new program that the county has started? The vaccinations are just for the flu itself, although it says August to October 2021. There's another resolution on the agenda, 771, for $22,000 for the same flu program, but that's for the 2022 window. But these windows were basically over, and I'm just wondering why we're doing this all after the fact. Reso 757 is giving USA Architects in Somerville $20,000 for a space study of county buildings at 921 Elizabeth Avenue and 40 Parker Road. I'd like to please explain what this is about, and I thought Director Guzzo did a space study of our county operations about 8 years ago. Reso 762 is an open-ended, not-to-exceed contract for $750,000 to Morton Salt for road salt for the winter season. Do we have any salt left over from the previous winter? How much did we spend last winter, and how much did the county towns reimburse the county for their portion, since they also asked for salt? Reso 769, amending a resolution trail for area plan contract spending plan, not totaling $8.3 million. Back in February this year, the resolution was for actually $4.7 million, and then it was added on, suddenly up to $8.3 million. Nearly double the original. Please, for the public, please explain why this additional $3.6 million add is to this plan. Reso 774, giving B&B Press of Lebanon, New Jersey, more money, now totaling $653,000 for printing services based on the new election law. You did ask questions about that. Thank you very much. But avoiding my usual concern about huge election-related spending, have we done ever a comparison analysis of other county election spending to assure we are not actually abusing all this tax money that goes to your favored printing companies? And if it's a not to exceed, why are we actually adding more money to the not to exceed number? Reso 779, finally settling the contract negotiations with CWA 1080, outstanding for years. It's good to finally settle with the unions, thank you very much. They came in front of you last year after you gave out 8, 9, 11, and 18% raises to your favorite people, stating meanwhile you were stonewalling their negotiations, especially after they were working on the front line during the COVID pandemic. Question, could you please give an overview of what the final negotiations occurred, salary increases and benefits? Hopefully it's 18%, much like you gave your favorite people. Reso 788 is giving law firm Dakotas Fitzpatrick another $50,000, a total $330,000 for a lawsuit of HC Equities versus UC et al. This has become a huge amount of monies for legal costs. Questions, please give an overview of this lawsuit to the public. And also, who are the et al.s mentioned in the lawsuit? And actually, this is a question I did ask before, but for the public, just please respond. Reso 789 giving Kaloji Simmons $25,000 for a lawsuit, Sergeant Almanazar versus Union County. This I this I may speak on another time, but it looks like a pretty bad accusation of old boys club run out of the county police department. And in fact, over the many years, per the County Watcher's website, it's really pervasive through Union County government. Please give an overview of this lawsuit for the public. And appointing Mr. 790, appointing Mr. Buchwald to the Union County Improvement Authority.
Sorry, Mr. Paterson, your time
Yes.
is up. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Just going to ask, how come you don't approve my appointment to the Union County Improvement Authority? Bye.
Send me your resume. So send me your resume.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
So there were a number of questions on resolutions, and I believe County Manager is going to take a number of them, 738, 757, 779. So,
I'll take it away. Thank you, Chair. For the question about the flu resolutions, as Director Moran stated earlier, in 2020, we administered 1,700 flu vaccines. In 2021, we administered about 950. And it is timely because this is the beginning of flu season, not the end, so it is right on schedule. For the CWA contract, it's a 4-year contract, and it contains the usual terms that we agree with salaries and benefits. For the space study, it's more of a architectural design to see what the best use of those spaces are, the best configurations to fit as many people in and productively as possible. For the bond, the capital introduction tonight, the bond ordinance appropriates $62 million, but that does not take into account all the grants that the county receives. The county is only authorizing debt in the amount of about $48 million in change, not 62. So that's about 15 million or so in grant money that we receive for various projects. I believe the last question regarding the IA, that question was answered last night. The total balance being returned to the county is $751.20. That's from the 2012 correctional bond facility bonding. This also goes into some other management tools at the IA. They're cleaning up old accounts from 10 or 20 years ago. In the past year, they've returned $735,000 to the various municipalities, $65,000 to Plainfield Board of Education, $448,000 to Plainfield, $223,000 to Union Township. These dormant accounts have been sitting for 10 or 20 years from the previous administration and just left forgotten about.
okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We also had a question. Let's see. Deputy County Manager, number 769.
Through you, Chair. This funding is given out more or less in installments. Actually, this question gets asked every year, and the answer remains the same. It's as it comes in from the federal government, then we take it in, and it's expended out. It's just the way that they dole out the money. And this is the 4th installment of this spending plan.
Thank you so much. Number 774, County Clerk, there was an additional query.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, as to the question about comparable costs in the county, I don't know of a study, however, because of my activity in the Constitutional Officers Association of New Jersey, I know that Union County compares favorably with counties of a like size. So if you compare our costs to, say, Middlesex County, which is more or less comparable, we are about the same. If you compare us to Bergen County, we're not the same because Bergen County has more voting districts than we do. And as to the additional costs, that's a mandated cost. When the legislature passed an act for us to do something, we don't have a choice. We have to do it, and we pay a price for doing it. Thank you
so much. And then number 789, County Council, if there's any comment you can make on that publicly, please do so.
Thank you, Chair. As to 788, HC Equities, as I've explained each time this question has come up, this is a very large litigation over the course of many years. We've been quite successful in defending it. all the way to the New Jersey Supreme Court. But the case is not over, and we are in the right, and so we continue to defend, and we have to pay our lawyer. But they're doing a very good job, and in spite of the amount, it is money well spent. The other matter is a new case. We, as always, are hiring outside counsel, and I can't talk to the specifics of the litigation as it's ongoing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And then there was a question about our salt distribution purchase. So Director Graziano, that was number 762.
Yes, Chair, through you. I think the question was, do we have any salt left over from last year was one of the questions. And yes, we do. Yeah, we were lucky enough. Last year was a pretty light year. And these are not to exceed accounts. Last year, we spent $458,000 on salt. It was a $612,000 contract not to exceed totally. After that, it was $61.53 a ton last year. This year, salt's gone up to $76.94 a ton. So almost 25% increase. Again, these are not to exceed. We bid out for 10,000 tons. We used about 6,900 ton last year. We have that's what we spent on it. And then there's another question about what the towns pay. The towns pay exactly what we pay. So whatever towns are part of our co-op, they use our salt pricing through Morton Salt, which is down at the docks.
Is that Morton?
I think that Morton, yes.
Like the table salt.
Just like
Right.
the table salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I think that was every question answered. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. The floor is still open.